hello, Sanjuro. Good evening. He's making us sandwiches for Tabletop Scotland, I think, while he's watching us. Hello, we are back. A beautiful mine. Now, we are playing, just short introduction for those who are going to watch this at some point, we're playing Dragonbane, but we are playing Icewind Dale, which is a D&D setting. So trying to merge those two together to say, actually, let's use a proper rule set and an interesting scenario and see how that works, because I'm not a huge fan of D&D, probably because I'm too stupid to remember all the rules. So, last time we went into, hi Mohammed as well, we went into a mine. We went to a gem mine close to the town of Termalaine. And the problem with the mine was, what was
Kobolds. Incursion. Kobold incursion.
Kobold incursion. They basically had chucked out the miners, scared them off, and they were now, squatting in the mine, and the miners were unemployed and said, you need to help us. So you went down there, hey Daring as well. You went down there to the mine to try and find out what was going on and see whether you could evict the kobold. What did you find? And I might actually take you just to another map for this, because I made one for you. Yay. What did you find?
Ooh,
Can you see something? Did I remember all the right settings?
Yes.
Good.
Yep.
Hey, I did something right.
Very pretty.
So, Mohammed.
We found some kobolds.
You found some kobolds.
That tried to flee from us.
What were they like, these kobolds?
I think we intimidated them to a point where they were quite scared of us. One fled and was killed in the process. And one was terrified, and we managed to converse. Who told us about their leader?
The leader is called?
Trex.
T-Rex.
T-Rex. Yeah, indeed. Good name he gave himself. And the problem, or the interesting thing about is this kobold, the unkoboldy thing, two actually. What are they?
Bad wings.
Bat or bat?
Wings. Bad fake wings.
Yeah, he stuck
very eloquent
on it. And what was the other thing that was a bit strange?
He's got herbs in his pouch.
Okay, that's not what I was thinking.
That wasn't what you're thinking.
No, he's very eloquent.
He speaks common, doesn't he?
He speaks common very, very well. He's very
Like
eloquent in those words that not everybody knows. And he has a pouch, and he has got a pouch full of herbs, which he seems to be quite attached to. So we just had a pre-stream short discussion, which can turn into an on-stream long discussion about what are you going to do now? Because just as you were discussing things with his kobold, something else hovered behind you. What was it? Do you remember?
Some tentacle flying beast, isn't it?
Tentacly flying.
Beak and tentacles.
Now, I have actually only put that in the stream background. I just realized I didn't put a copy of that into Foundry. But it's basically a floating thing, floating lump with lots of tentacles hanging down, and it's got a huge, on the stream background is a huge toothy mouth, but actually should be a beaky mouth. And it's just hovering there. But as it hovered up out by the big chasm, which I'm just going to show you over here, basically the kobolds froze and just paled, if kobolds can do that under their skins, under their scales, and stopped talking and pointing at it and said, Not much more. It's a bit like the flying spaghetti monster, yes, but it's a bit more scary than that.
And it's risen up out of the pit, which is a path or route down to the Underdark, isn't it?
It is. You're not quite sure where it actually came from, whether it came from the bottom or the top. But I'll tell you one more thing. As you all stare at it, you see the sad and broken body of a kobold hanging in one of the tentacles and just on its way to the beak. And then you hear a snap and a crunch as the beak snaps through some bones and starts gulping the thing off. What do you do?
Okay.
I thought we should have a dramatic opener.
Well, attack it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a lose an arrow at the...
Oh, you want to go into initiative, do you?
Yeah, I think I'm going to
I
charge
was hoping we
forward.
could, just wing it.
I might just take the did I do this right now? I might just take the kobolds out of initiative because they are too scared of everything that's going on. So
Does that include Trex, their leader?
Trex is their leader, yes. But he can be on there. So we've got Imelda, I think we've got everything. Yeah, good. Mm-hmm. Oh, thanks for the sub. Daring Paw. 4 months on the trot. Well done. Free Prime sub, by the way. If you use your free Prime sub, if you have one, you can give us some. I think I get about £3 for that a month. For you, it doesn't cost anything extra. So.
That's awesome.
Where was I? Yes, initiative. Now you might see something. It should happen. Let's see. Begin combat.
Oh, number one.
So, Vorgren, you would be first in the initiative.
Okay. Well, I will recklessly charge forward. I'm not going to throw an axe at it. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that.
That is quite a distance, isn't it? Oh, did I set the meters right? I can't remember.
I was just about to do the measurement.
It's feet. Oh, feet. I don't want feet. I don't do feet. Give me a second. I'll fix that. Don't know about my navigator.
Yeah. So if it's at 40 feet, that's about 12 meters, isn't it?
Yeah, yep. But one field should be not 5 feet. It should be 2 meters. So that's slightly further. Let me just fix it, and then you can see it.
Because my movement's 12, so I can move 12 meters and get an action.
So, try again. Ooh. Now it should be meters.
Oh.
Yeah, it is. Awesome.
Makes it all a bit easier.
Yeah, it's kind of about 14 feet from me, isn't it?
14 meters.
40 meters, sorry.
Let's do metric. We've got Canadians on board. Need to be polite to your guests and Austrians.
Thank you.
Yeah, slightly too far for me to move and attack.
You can move and throw, but your axe might go down the pit, you know?
And if you remember, my axe is damaged because I threw it before.
First throw against the wall, didn't you?
Exactly, yeah. So I'll still move into combat because at the end of the day, I'm also helping defend the group as well. So I'm just going to move. Oops, I don't want to do.
Go for it. Less talking, more doing. Come on.
Okay. So
you're 12. Don't talk so much.
Charge. Oops. Yeah, not too close. There we go.
That's how far you can get, is it? Or want to get. Now you have to remember these things have tentacles, so they have a bit more reach than you may think.
Okay. I'm going to move to there because fighting on that, it looks a bit precarious, and I don't know how strong it is if I'm leaping up and down. So I'm going to move up close so I can attack next round. In fact, I'm going to have to go. I'm going to go right close to it. So there we go.
There we go. So nice and close to the edge, so it can just sweep you off your feet.
Yeah.
Good stuff. So the next one is actually the thing itself, not that it's called a grell or anything. So let's see. Now grells, normally they're supposed to be lurkers, but I wanted to have a bit more drama today.
I'm worried that there's 2 appeared in initiative.
That's one of the things in Dragonbane. A little bit of rules explanation. Monsters have a ferocity, and ferocity basically means how many attacks they get in a round. So it's not 2 of the beasties, but this beastie gets 2 attacks.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So let's see what it does. And for that we have a attack table, which I'm just going to roll. A sweeping attack. Now, 2 opponents, but you're the only one in reach. So what you can not do is parry this.
Okay.
What you can do, you have only moved, you haven't acted. Or have you moved further than normal?
Only about a meter.
Ooh, I don't know. Shall we let that pass or not?
Well, of course.
Shall we still give him an option to dodge or not? That's really what I'm asking.
I think he should.
He thinks I should. Okay, you can have for this one. I can. Granted, I think you still have a reroll as well. pass.
However, I do have fast footwork now as a heroic ability, so I actually get a free dodge.
Okay, that's good.
The downside is that because of the armor I wear, I get a boon
Bane.
on my roll. A Bane, sorry, on my roll.
Otherwise, it would be upside. Let's have a look. Can you escape that 2d6 damage? And knock down.
Okay, right. So I need to dodge. So I just need to remind myself what I'm doing. Okay, dodge. Where's dodge?
Thanks, Bruce. Dodge is evade, it's called.
Yeah, evade.
Forge also has this combat interface.
You do have that. If you go to your character and
I just went
click
to
on
evade.
it and go to the sword, it folds out the whole sort of combat
Succeeded.
interface. Yeah, and there you have things like evade as a button on it, or dodge as a button.
Yeah.
So you succeeded. Oh, that was lucky. When you dodge, you can also move in a direction of your choosing, 2 meters.
Oh. No, I'll stay there. I'm not naturally going to know it's got second attack, so I will stay there, ready for next round.
Brave. Okay, next one is Trex. Now he's going to be babbling at his kobolds to get something. He's not going to attack. And then it's the Grell again. So let's see what the Grell does this time, shall we? Monster attack. This time tries to, within 4 meters. You're still within 4 meters, definitely. He's trying to grab you.
Okay, so this is when I'll use my, because the first one I was just dodging.
Yeah, and this is your free.
This second one I'll use a willpower point to get an extra dodge.
Thanks for both subs, guys. Okay, let's have a willpower dodge. How does that work? You have to spend 3 willpower, is that right?
Yes, 3 willpower.
Let's go for it.
So let me just reduce my willpower by 3.
And you follow Alpsature. I don't know who you are, but welcome.
Okay. And then I go to my evade and try and dodge again. Come on. Oh.
You know that was a dragon. Demon, right?
Yeah, it was a demon.
A 20 in this game is not good. You try to roll low. So what are we going to do with that? What are we going to do with that? I think he's going to be grabbed, isn't he? Not a chance of not being grabbed, I think. So let's do the D8 piercing damage, and then decide what happens else, because there's potency poison here. So the damage is, that was almost an 8, 5.
I have 4 points of armor.
That is lucky, but one still gets through, and you still get a paralyzing poison with potency of 12. So if it hits, there's an H missing in the entry. The target is also grappled, so you're also grappled. But let's have a quick look. I can't remember the poison rules. Can anybody remember them? Poison, paralyzing poison.
I'm guessing I need to do some sort of constitution check.
Yes, there will be constitution, I'm pretty sure. I've got it in my rules summary. Rules reference, special attacks, other hazards.
It's on page 50,
poison,
53.
Paralyzing. Now I've got it on screen here. So it says you make a con roll and open a post roll between the potency and your con.
Okay.
So the con is 12. The potency is 12.
Yeah.
So the potency rolls a 19. So it doesn't have success.
And do I roll anyway?
You have a 2. So you have a success. That means you only get the limited effect. And on a paralyzing, that means you become exhausted.
Okay. Yep. So I'll mark myself as exhausted. Okay. So I'm grappled, but I'm still able to do something.
Yeah. So you are grappled. You combat your friends, your what is it called?
Colleagues.
Colleagues. It's not comrades in arms. Is really what I'm looking for. They are, of course, seeing this. How is Goldie going to react?
I don't have a map up. I don't understand what's going on with my system. It's just black with. I have everything else, but the map.
You know how we always got those error messages on your character? I might actually. I doubled your character. I duplicated it, recreated it. I just need to double check that you actually have vision. take it off, and I'm going to put it back on. Can you see anything now?
No.
You zoom out.
Nope.
Refresh.
Control F5.
Let me just do this again, because I have created this for you. Goldie. Configure ownership. Owner, you are the owner. That's correct. Let me go
So
down
I'm
here. Oh, that's what it
refreshing.
is. I know what it is. I know what it is. I needed to reassign the player character to you. Because the old one is called Oldie and this one is Goldie.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Can you see something now?
Let's have a look. Yes, I do.
Yay!
Yay.
Of course, I
so
still got them
let's-
error messages now, but hey. So, Goldie, what are you going to do?
Okay, so the big tentacle thing is there. I need to be within 20 feet, and I'm going to be brave and use my sling at a distance.
Oh, Mohamed just pointed something out. We didn't actually do anything with your demon on your roll. On your defense roll. Would you roll a d6 for me, please?
Thanks
Indeed,
so
okay.
much, Mohammed.
It's an
Yeah.
unofficial rule, but I like
I'll
it.
remember that.
It's
Yeah,
a 1.
number
Now,
one.
1 it says you take an extra d6 damage. No armor protection.
Okay, fair enough.
So,
That's hard.
3 extra
That's
damage. Thanks, Mohamed.
Okay.
No, sorry. Back to Goldie. You said you were going to?
Be within 20 feet and use my sling.
20 meters. We don't do feet. 20, that's fine. You are within at that distance, so you can sling it.
So here we go.
If I say sling Yaruk, only one person will get that reference. That's not good enough, is it? Are you going to push the roll?
Why not?
Pick a condition. Exhausted.
Oh, I didn't do that.
You can
Okay,
change
well,
the condition
whatever.
if you want to. But that is enough. You succeeded. So
Yay!
that thing has acted twice, so it's not going to dodge or anything like that. So you can try and cause your damage. Roll for damage. Which is 8 damage. Okay, you actually hit it, and it seems to have an impact. It does do something, because there's a little bruise coming out, and you hear an awful screech coming out of that beast. As it still is attached to Vorgon with its tentacles. But good stuff. And I forgot to put my combat somewhere else so I can see it. So, well done. Why is Twinkle on there? Twinkle, are we going to say Twinkle is going to act, or are we going to keep him passive today, seeing as he's not here?
Keep him passive until we need him.
If the situation gets like really dire.
Then we
keep-
use him
yeah.
as a Deus Ex, Halfling Ex Machina, yeah?
Yeah. Halfling.
How about Twinkle is discussing logistics with the kobolds who are scurrying
He's
away?
negotiating, yeah. Sploot, you're next.
Yeah, arrow to the face.
Arrow to the face. Nice. So you're aiming your bow.
Yeah.
That thing is pretty big, actually. So, yeah, okay. You hit it. I was just pondering giving you an advantage, but on you go.
Yeah, I would take it, but
But the face isn't so big, so.
yeah.
That is pretty decent damage. So your arrow sinks into it, and again it jerks around the tentacle and actually hurts Vorgon a little bit more, not enough to cost another hit point. Imelda, you are the last in the round. Have you got any cool spells you're gonna do?
No. I'm gonna take a round rest.
Do little moment again.
Yeah.
You're going to sit and have a rest.
I
just look at
I had a
everything,
little
says,
rest.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you
Do
going
you
to
want us
rest?
to make you a cup of tea while you're having that rest?
I'm. Thank you. Talk.
These kids maybe.
Do I understand what Trex is saying?
He is
To his
talking
kobold.
common to the kobolds.
Okay.
They don't understand common.
He's trying to explain with hand and feet something to the kobolds, who one of them at least speaks a little common, and he's trying to translate it into Draconic, I think it is, right? Draconic?
Yeah, sounds right.
Is what they normally speak. Yeah, so you understand it, but basically he says, see whether that back door is open. You get the bow.
Okay.
So it seems to make sense what he's saying. Yeah, he's not trying to cause you trouble or anything. So next round, which means new initiative for everybody. Imelda, you are going first this time. You remember, you can always swap and trade initiatives.
Yeah, I'm gonna swap.
I need to get the combat map and the initiative.
I'm gonna swap with Vorgon.
Same screen. You want to swap with Vorgon. Swap initiative. Vorgon. Okay, Vorgon, you're going first.
Okay.
You are grappled. I think the only thing you can do when you're grappled is try to ungrapple yourself, which is is it strength? Or is it... I can't remember. Who tells me? Come on. Who's fastest? Mohammed, you're going to be fastest. Normally are.
It's normally one of two things. It's normally you force your way out strength.
Special attacks.
Or you do something else using your dex.
Let's have a look. Critical hit, prone attacks, special attacks. Welcome. It's normally, yes, grapple. You try to grapple if that's brawling and the enemy is brawling. So that's what we are doing, a brawling check. Have you got a brawling skill?
Yes. Strength-based, obviously.
Strength-based. So.
Okay. So it's an opposed brawling check, yeah?
That's an opposed brawling check. It's a free action for the enemy, but not for you when you're trying to get rid of it, I think, to break it.
Is it a move-based action or is it a fast or slow action as well?
It's an action. You just have move or action. I think it's an action. Releasing the enemy is a free action, it says.
Yeah.
While you are also unable to move or perform any action that requires body movement, except break. So break, this counts as an unarmed attack with a boon that cannot be dodged or parried.
Okay, so brawling check. I'm exhausted, so I've got a Bane already. So this may not go down too well.
You do it.
Oh.
You do it. So the question is, have I for this monster, is there a brawling thing? Otherwise I just have to roll for strength or something. Because I don't have brawling, these things.
No.
So...
you probably don't have a strength stat, do you?
I think... no, not even a strength. But I didn't give it one. And there's a rule about what typical skill level a monster would have. So I'm just going to roll a d20 and I'm going to say it's got 12.
Okay.
And it's got a 1. So you're definitely not getting out of this grip.
So we're both successful, so we're just kind of like...
yeah, but...
and it doesn't use an action.
You're both successful, but it has a dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like the One Ring where a dragon is good for players but bad for monsters. Has anybody played the One Ring?
Not yet, no.
Yeah.
I've got the material, but not yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mohammed just saying if a contested roll, whoever has the lower roll normally wins, but it's lower roll and it's also a dragon. Yeah. So I think it definitely...
You can't go lower than a 1. But yeah, okay.
It hangs on to you, definitely. So that means it's next turn. Let's see what it does. Let's see. I probably wouldn't let you go, I think. But let's see. So what I'm going to say is it's going to drag you with it. It's not going to attack you, but what I'm actually going to say is going to drag you, and you're floating above this big hole in the middle.
Oh. Okay. Stop shooting it with your bows.
And it seems to be floating up a little bit.
Okay.
So, Sploot, you're next.
Whew, well, the arrow thing just went out the window. I'm moving up. I guess my full distance, and then some, like to the edge.
All the way as far as you can go?
Yeah.
If you want to use action as well for movement, it's twice your movement rate.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I can't move further than that.
Because you're waddling. You don't have much move.
And I would, very good question. Does Twinkle have a rope in his inventory? Or anyone else for that matter?
Twinkles.
I do.
I brought a rope.
Somebody
Yeah.
brought rope. I know somebody.
I brought
Yeah.
a rope, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Because
did.
we talked about it, yeah.
Yeah.
Like we need the rope
We need rope.
to lasso it, more or less.
I think the person who's got the rope is Vorgan.
It is, yeah. I brought the rope. 100%.
Perfect planning.
Toss me the rope!
Oh, yeah!
No, I have rope as well. It was part
Oh,
of my
okay.
starting kit,
Oh, yeah.
and I hang on to it. But I've
Probably.
got plans for that during my turn.
Okay, Sploot, you've run as far as you can. The only thing you
Yeah.
can do is shout or command or talk. So, Imelda would be next. Unless you want to switch Imelda, of course, if you want to switch with Goldie again. To see what she does.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch with Goldie.
Okay, so swap. Oh, I can't swap with you. Why not? I'll swap Goldie with you, that should work. There we go, Goldie's turn.
Okay. So, my movement is 12. Can I move? I'm not quite sure how far 12 takes me.
That's 12 meters.
From where you are, 12 takes you to where I'm currently pointing, next to Sploot.
Okay. So I will go next to Sploot to move up. Here we go. Ooh, oh, good. And then I will hand Sploot my rope, and Sploot, swing this so that it's half of it, so that the half part is on top of the rope, hanging down on both sides, and then you can swing it over so Vogon can grab onto the rope if this thing drops him.
Clever. Now, this thing here, if you're wondering about it, is a rope that is suspended above the chasm, and there's a sort of a bucket shuttle going back and forth. So we can say that there might be a chance if Vorgan got loose somehow, that he might be able to somehow hang onto the rope or to the bucket, but he would have to be really lucky.
Right.
Yeah, but
But,
your rope might help, of course, if you throw it across.
We're going to increase those chances.
Yeah.
That is about, from the edge.
Unless
about
you can
10, 12 meters
lasso.
away.
Unless you can lasso him.
Oh, that would be cool.
That would be
Sploot.
cool. But
That-
it's not Sploot's turn anymore, is it?
No, it's yours. Like, go for it.
If you
Yeah,
want to
do
throw it, you
Yeah,
still...
you still have
yeah,
action.
Goldie, you can still do it if you like.
Okay, so I will make a lasso. Because this was a kid's game back in my day. Yay, tie a knot, make a lasso, and go, wee!
So do you want to spend
And-
some time doing a proper lasso, or are you basically just putting a sling in it? Like a loop?
I'm going to do it fast because I think time is of the essence.
Okay, in that case, I'll give you that as a free action. Let's be generous, because this is a high drama moment.
Okay, so then my next action is to try and get his leg, or his leg. I'm going to go for his leg.
Ooh,
Vorgon's leg sticking
cold
out.
shot. I might say that is a... What is it? Throwing? Is this a separate thrown weapon, or is it just ranged? It's not separate thrown, is it? So it's a sort of range. Any agility attack you can use. Your best is knives. Shall we use that?
Sure, I think that would be great.
But you're going to get
So
a bane on it, because you're trying to loop it around him rather than just getting him in his general directions where he might be able to grab it or not. You're trying to loop it around the body part. So you're going to get a bane
It's
on
coming your way, so try to grab it as well.
I'll do my best. Come on.
Okay, so do I roll my dagger stat to do this?
It's an agility. There's no like range skill as such. You can either
Oh.
have strength attacks or you can have agility attacks. And I think use an agility attack and you're going to use your best one.
Okay.
That's how I remember
So
the rules anyway.
No, I don't know how to roll it. Is all.
So go to a weapon
Roll
skill.
to knives. Just roll knives.
And pick one of your agility weapons.
Yeah, your best
Okay,
one is
and
nice,
then-
so use that.
Oh, and then I'll do throw.
And then a Bane
that-
on it.
Mm-hmm. And choose Bane. Add a Bane.
Okay. So I've got her set up.
Oh, you would have to push that one, but
Put
we
off a
have...
one, didn't it?
Yeah?
And I will push it.
Pick your condition
I-
before you push, though. Which one do you think you're going to go for here? What is it? That's
Scared,
it's
of
happening.
course.
You're scared.
Scared, yeah. I'm exhausted and now I'm scared.
Oh, look at that roll!
What a hero.
So,
Yay!
Yeah.
was scared of the situation, you grit your teeth together and say, I must make this. And you actually lasso this just like you used to lasso your little brother when he was trying to run away. And you manage to loop it around, where shall we say? You have a good hold on Morgan's foot. And the rope tightens.
Awesome.
And
It's
you
not
hang
his
onto
head.
it. And you think, if he now drops down, he's probably heavier than I am.
Yeah.
This is where Twinkle comes in.
Yeah.
Twinkle as a
Yeah.
counterweight.
This is where Twinkle comes in exactly.
But the next is actually the Grell.
Mm-hmm.
Grell's turn. So let's have a look what he or it or she or they do. Monster attack. Now I'm going to freely interpret this. Now it's trying to actually bite Vorgon
That makes
because
sense,
it's got
that
you.
one does, yeah.
It's holding on to you, so it's trying to bite you. Now you can't dodge really, can you? You're held, you're grappled. It's a stealth
Exactly, yeah, it
attack.
makes sense. Our
You're
comedy
touched
does.
by a
Yeah,
rope. I think
So
it's
it's just
going
my
to
armor.
give you 2 slashing damage.
Oh, it doesn't penetrate my armor then.
Its beak is trying to get to the soft, fleshy, juicy bits, but it's just scraping all over your armor. What sort of armor have you got?
Chainmail.
Yeah, so it's actually some of the rings, you can feel them give way, but it's not getting through yet. But you know that this is not going to last forever.
No.
But yeah, you feel that tugging on your foot. Let's see whether that is hopeful. Twinkle jumps forward, attaches himself to the rope to help Goldie anchor it a bit. There happily is actually a wooden post right next to you as well. Yeah, you're standing on it on the map. Or somebody is.
Oh, okay.
Sploot, I think, is standing on it. But there's a wooden post right there on the map, which was surplus to requirements, so I left it there. Lucky for you. Imelda.
Imelda sees the situation
And takes a short rest.
and takes another short rest. I'm looking for books. No, Vorgon, how injured does he look?
Oh.
Not. He looks okay.
He looks okay.
So he looks okay. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take a shot at this beast, knowing that he may take some of the damage, but
But I've got a rope attached to me, yeah.
yeah, you've got a rope attached to you now, so I can do that.
On a
so-
demon,
This
I'm
can only
going to
go-
say you're going to damage the rope.
Okay.
Just
that's
so you
fine.
know that in advance.
Well, they keep on telling me that I'm doing nothing, so
Because you're doing
Oh,
nothing.
You're always doing something. It's called
I'm doing
resting.
lots of stuff. I'm doing lots of stuff.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I am going to cast
Oh, cast.
the lightning flash.
What's the range on that?
Hold on. The range is 30.
Okay, you need to at least do a step move. You need to at least get a little closer because you're 32 meters away.
Oh, okay. So
Just measured it.
I'll just move up there.
Yeah, that'll do. And then you can cast.
And so
Ooh, lightning
I
flashing.
am going
To get my special
Okay, so-
effects out again.
spells. Why? Oh, I need to target it. Sorry. All right. So,
Ready?
yeah, I am.
Come on,
All
roll.
right, so, power level is going to be 3.
Ooh,
and
you're spending lots of willpower.
I got my will.
Ah, that was a bit short, that lightning bolt.
Yeah.
Doesn't go. It slowly crackles across 3 stages. Very good. Ooh, look at that roll.
Sorry.
21
I
damage.
guess I was doing nothing. All right, and now I have to do 2D. I have to do 4d4.
That's what?
That's going to hit him. That's because it reverberates.
44 is gonna hit Vorgan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, let's see it.
Ready for your next character?
Does my armor help me before you roll?
9. Now,
It's
the balance of
lightning.
damage is
Anyway.
pretty good. 21 to one and 9 to the other. But armor doesn't help against this one, is that right? Electricity?
I mean, it's a Faraday cage, isn't it? Like,
It makes
Yes,
sense
if you
it
were
doesn't
enclosed
help me.
without touching it. But I think you might be touching your armor.
Metal armor has no effect on
Yeah.
the spell,
Metal armor has no effect. So,
Okay.
still calmly.
but it can be
Have you-
dodged or parried. As a
Not while
ranged-
he's attached to the other thing.
No.
Unless he wants
Have
to.
you gone to the dark side or something?
How wet is the rope is also the
somehow
question.
he has returned.
I obviously have my ability to dodge with willpower. Can I use it in any way to help?
Okay, now if you use that, I'm going to halve the damage.
Okay, right. I've taken the damage off already. Just a reminder, I only had 10 hit points when that hit me. So,
Oh, and I thought you were doing so well.
After getting pummeled all fight.
Now, so the question is, would my 21 have made...
but it didn't help me.
Let me tell you what happens with your 21. That beast shrieks. It
Yeah.
trembles. It lets go of Vorgan.
Awesome.
Vorgan
Is it?
swings
That's so
on.
awesome. I'm the only one with the rope.
On 10 meters of rope, he swings downwards.
Yeah.
Question is, how hard does he hit the wall?
Oh, really?
Well, he swings down. What do you expect?
Yeah. You would naturally take a bit of damage from that.
So,
But right
let me
now,
just read
I'm
it.
exhausted.
Yeah.
I'm the-
Yeah.
Okay,
I
but wait,
have
if
to-
he,
I'm a rock climber, so I
wait,
did
if he
take
let
those
go...
balls quite a lot, and you don't hit the wall that hard, actually.
there you go. So,
No.
D4, do you think?
Yeah, so
But
But-
wait. If
We're
he-
missing something here, though.
Go on.
I'm exhausted, and my strength is 9.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
the
but
only one
Twinkle is,
holding the rope right now.
No, Twinkle is helping you.
No.
Twinkle came over
Twinkle-
and grabbed it.
You-
That's why I hit him.
You did.
So,
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Yeah, so you're both
hold
hanging on to
My
it.
turn.
My thought was possibly somebody who's hanging onto the rope by themselves might be pulled in, but I think we are anchored. We are good. The wooden post as well.
If the Grell has let go of him,
Yes.
did he fall faster than 2 meters so that my secondary blast didn't get at him?
Now I think that got to him because he only let go once he was hit by the electricity, and that electricity would have run over his body.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
So
Wow.
when you hit the wall, do you make a big clanging noise and attract another Grell? Was a question from the chat.
Who the hell was that? Was that Bruce?
How did you guess? Well, Bruce and Mohammed
Detective.
together.
I don't have Twitch on, so I just
That's
knew
all right. That's all
instinctively.
right. So, with a huge big swing, Vorgan hits the wall. Now, this time I'll let you do an evade. And you don't get a Bane on this one. So, if you get a Bane automatically, you can put a boon to cancel it out.
Okay.
Because all you have to do is turn your back to it. And if you manage that, you won't get the D4, but otherwise you do it.
Okay, so how do I add a boon? I do that extra 1.
Of course, D4 for your armor wouldn't help you.
I'm going to push that, and I'm going to push it. I'm going to give myself days.
Emotional.
but where's your boon, though? Didn't you
No,
say
because
you
I had a Bane and a boon. They negated each other.
They
Yeah.
negated
okay,
each
okay.
other.
Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I need to take dazed off and select it there. Okay.
You become dazed by the impact on the wall, but I'm going to say that you're not going to take any more damage because you managed to roll off. There's an enormous noise.
Bunch.
I could be mean and say you lose an item though, but let's not do that for today. Maybe your broken throwing axe tumbles down there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I can do it.
Yeah. For a moment after that big clang, there's quiet. And I take you out of initiative. What do you guys do?
I run up next to and start pulling him up together with the other two, I assume.
Okay, so
Zoom in a bit.
Yeah. I'm going to go over to Vorgon as soon as possible to heal him.
You run over. You don't just go over. You run over where Twinkle and Goldie are desperately clinging on to that rope. Sploot and Imelda are going to help Vorgon over the edge. You've seen.
I'll call over. I'm probably shaking from the electric shock.
Your hair's all on end and your beard is going that way.
Yeah. The pain. What was that?
Okay. Okay, so I succeed.
You treat a wound. Power level 1 means how much does he heal? 7. 7 hit points. What does it look like? How do you treat the wounds?
I put my hands kind of hovering over him, and I just say some words, some type of incantation where the pain and the healing kind of comes out of him.
Come on, you're good with words. Say some healing words. You don't have to sing them if you don't want to.
I don't know. May Mother Earth bless you. I don't know. Healed. Done. There.
Thank you.
I'm much more articulate. I'm much more articulate when I'm slitting people's throats with knives.
I remember those words. Yes, that was Conan. If anybody wants
those
to
are
go
good
back.
old days.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
And I will store my rope away.
I can just see you carefully winding it back down really neatly in order.
Spending more time with that than
It's a little bit blackened at one end.
Smiling to yourself about the great throw that you had there.
It's a lucky rope now.
Yeah.
So,
it might be worth something more than just rope now because it's got
Thank you,
story
Goldie.
to it.
That saved my life. Thank you.
you're welcome. I say, and I mutter to myself, I'm Dr. Doolittle, and so I wander up to Trex.
Yes, who's
and
just come over to you?
Yeah. Why weren't you helping?
I was coordinating with my tribesmen over there, who unfortunately are sometimes a bit slow on the uptake.
And so I'm going to speak Kobold to the other perfect Kobold to the other two, because I've already established this last time that I can speak it. And I'm going to say to the other two, has Trex ever spoken to you in Draconic?
Of course, because before he got the wings, he spoke Draconic. But now he's much cleverer. He's much cleverer than he ever was. So
and now he's teaching you Common now?
Yes, and he says he needs to only speak Common to us because otherwise we will never learn it.
And so I say to him, why are you trying to teach that, having a teaching moment in the middle of a fight?
He looks a little bit skeptical at what you just said to his people, and then says, well, you have to be consistent, otherwise you might as well not bother.
I look over at Goldie.
I say to the others, that Gwell got away, I think. Last thing I saw. Did anyone see what way it went?
It went up.
Could be back.
Remember, you're on the third level down of the mine, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So you came down that that ramp somewhere, I think.
Yeah.
The Grail survived that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can throw a torch down to have a look.
Yeah, no, it went up.
All right.
Yeah.
We can throw some burning wood or something, like there's a table or something in the other room. We can splinter that up and throw that down to see where the Krell is. how far it goes
Well, the ground
down
went
the-
upwards.
No, it went up.
Oh, it
It
went
went
up. Okay.
Yeah, but you can throw something down to see whether it hits the bottom.
That's a good idea anyway.
Fool of a took.
You can
Yeah.
throw a ball down.
Throw a kobold down there. You can tell us what's down there.
He's got wings, right? He can fly
I
back
can
up.
cast. Yeah, that's. Oh,
Trex, you got wings. Fly
Trex.
over there.
go fly over there.
Go and find it.
He just said, nah, I'm not flying. I haven't practiced enough with these wings.
What do you mean you haven't practiced enough? You
They're
were born with
status
those
symbol.
wings, weren't you?
They're a status symbol more than anything else. You can see that, surely. You're not that dumb.
Oh, I rip off the wings.
Ooh, okay. You try to rip out the wings. Do me
Don't
a
call-
quick brawling.
Don't call me dumb. What type of roll?
Brawling, please. Of course, I haven't configured any skills for this guy, so...
Well, this will be fun.
Brawling. He's not very strong. Yeah, I'll just roll it as it is. So you fail.
I'm not going to push.
He's like, no, he failed. How does he fail with a 5? He's got brawling 5. Don't get that. He should have passed that one.
Okay.
He rolled a 5 for skill of 5.
Okay.
So he dodges to the side. Calls his kobold people over and says, "Help me!" And they sort of slightly hesitantly saunter over and say, Don't hurt him. He's our boss. He's our leader. He will rescue us. He will lead us into this promised land."
I'm going to step forward with my axe in my hand. I've had enough of your garbage. You've just been talking rubbish the whole time you've been here. Tell the truth, or you're going down that pit. Wings or no wings.
I've been telling you the truth all along. I guess you're talking to Trex, not to the other two.
Trex, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been telling you the truth all along.
No, you're not. You've been lying to us all along. You've been lying to the cobbers as well. Who actually are you? Why are you here?
I'm Trex. I'm the leader of these kobolds, and we came here because a demented yeti was chasing us from the flanks of Kelvin's Cairn. The big
That's just your story. Story I don't believe one bit.
But
Come
both the kobolds sort of look at each other and say, "Yeah, yeti Kelvin's Cairn." They know that vocab. Those are there. Early lessons.
I'm looking at Goldie as if to say something.
I wanted to slaughter them all, and you guys wanted to discuss things. So I'm just sitting back until you see things my way. I mean, growing up, I don't know what stories and fairy tales you grew up with. I just grew up with saying, "Stay inside at night, or the kobolds will eat the kids." You know, they come inside the villages to grab the babies and to gnaw on them. So you better get to bed early, or else the kobolds will get you. So I don't know. I'm at a standstill here, waiting until you guys see it my way. So
she wants to kill you, I say to Trex.
Oh,
Yeah,
I think we
so do I.
understand.
Give us a reason to spare your life.
He's a bit lost for words because in his head somebody's just spamming on YouTube. So I just have to deal with that. Give me a moment. Hide user on this channel. There we go. So, says, "Well, I'm the cleverest kobold you've ever seen. That's a reason."
There is no reason. If you're a clever kobold, it's time you moved on, and you realise it's time you moved on.
Well, give us a safe place to go and we will move on. We said that right up front.
Why and when did you become clever?
I just worked on the inside, and when the Yeti was after us, I had a bright idea, so I decided to come here, lead my people here, because we had observed the miners coming down here, and they always look well fed and cozy.
And that's when you got your wings.
I then built my wings. Yes, I'm the king of this mine. You need a status symbol. I'm more like
I'm
a
not
dragon.
big on royalty, you must know.
What must they know?
That I'm not big on royalty, and neither is this guy over here.
Okay, it's not a title, it's more like a function, you know? I'm leader.
Oh yeah,
I'm chief.
Twinkle's having a fit about royalty.
So, do you want to carry on talking, or do you just want to basically knock them down because they're not terribly hard opponents? That's really your choice. Are you murder hobos or not?
No, but I think we want to move them out rather than...
We played Conan without becoming murder hobos. Surely we can, manage it this time too.
Were we?
Arguable. You were knocking down a lot of things.
I was murder
gave us a
hobo.
lot of things to knock down. But
Yeah, you were not murder hobos. That's fair. So, and by the way, if anybody wants to watch the Conan campaign, I really enjoyed it. Yeah, and you can see starving roll. Sploot was Durzo then. And starving roll. Any fight didn't last longer than a round usually.
Yeah.
Or one action by Durzo.
All right, I'm gonna try to do a sleight of hand, and I'm gonna try to grab the bag that he has that he seems so obsessed with. Okay, so
Grab
I'm
the
gonna try
bag.
this, and I'm gonna hope. Oh!
You succeeded.
nice.
You succeeded. I didn't expect that.
So I grabbed the bag, and I know because he showed me herbs, right?
He showed you herbs. He's trying to... I'm not going to roll against it right now. He's trying to grab her back and say, give that back, give that back.
I'm going to push him away when he does that.
Yeah,
and
you
I'm
can manage that.
feeling...
He's not strong.
I'm feeling inside to see if there's anything else that's in there. Anything.
Clumps
Like
of
a
moss,
trinket.
lichen,
Trinket.
some shrubbery, some dried mushrooms.
Besides the wings, is he wearing anything else that is distinguishable from the normal kobold garb?
No, a couple of pouches
Like
on his
any
belt.
amulets, rings, crown maybe? Like
No, I'm just looking at the picture again.
some sort of magic item.
Not that you know of. There is something magical about it because we had the detect magic.
Yeah, I
last
detected
session.
magic. Yeah.
Yeah, so there was something like that. But I'm just looking at this picture again. I don't think there's anything special about him. So, what do you do with the bag? You've got the bag now, and you're rifling through it. What are the others doing? Holding off tricks, but anything else?
Yeah, I'm trying to intimidate him and push him away.
Okay, what's Imelda doing? Sorry, not Imelda. Goldie. I was going to ask Goldie. It's Imelda, no.
I am going to just wait in the corner with my knife out.
When do they reach the right decision here? Yeah. And Sploot.
Because instead of just killing them, they're harassing and embarrassing him. So I don't know what's going on.
That's even worse, yeah. Bullying him.
Can I
throwing
get
him down. Can you get
some sort of reading if the loss of the bag is affecting his intelligence?
You can? What is the skill called in here? It's not called insight, is it?
It's not inside, and then
It is something like that, though. Just do me an awareness roll.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at that.
Oh,
Nice.
Very nice. In short, he seems to be desperate, but you don't think he's changed in his behavior other than being desperate.
Okay.
Or in his demeanor.
Now we'll give it back once you come clean.
And once you're out of this mine,
But I already told you we want to get away from here, but give me that back, give me that back.
I'm gonna throw it over to Vorgon. I'm gonna say catch, and I'm taller. I'm absolutely taller than this.
No,
guy,
Morgan,
so-
you did say you stepped up to him, so I'm not sure whether you're still on the edge of the chasm.
no, I stepped up. I just couldn't move my figure because it keeps saying I hit a wall for some reason.
There's no wall.
So I mean,
it's that little
that's
post
where
in
I
front
was,
of
yeah.
you. So it's not immediately risky if you miss the catch that it goes down the hole. Unless you wanted to.
No. I don't want it to go down the hole. I'm throwing it to him.
Right. So yeah, you can catch it. Morgan, you can catch it. Actually, no.
And I
T-Rex is now between you. That doesn't make sense, does it? Trex.
Oh, well, then yeah. Yeah, that makes more sense.
You're sort of like that more. You throw it away.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got it now. Let's play some Blood Bowl, shall we? He's trying to push towards you. And try to get close to you and get the bag.
I'm going to say, if you want it, you're going to have to come out of the mine, and I'm going to start walking out of the mine. I know it's a long way away.
And he whistles, and the other kobolds come after them. So you are making your way out the mine. Nobody else is doing anything else?
That's one way to get it done, I guess.
Escort them out, then I know they're not coming back.
You're luring him over. Now, I'm going to zoom out a little bit and just to see how far you can see. You can see that on the other side of this rope lift, there's another part of the mine that you haven't seen yet. Now, you have somebody who's familiar with this place with you. Yeah, Vorgon has been down here before. So you know that over to the west, not to the east, that's the current cave with the very, very best crystals. Yeah, the Termalaine, basically. That's where all the geodes are. That's where the very best spot is. So they extended across this to try and get there and started digging in. But on the southern end here, you also saw, or you know that there's a skull, a very strange skull in the wall with some glowing eyes. So it's just a chance, as Bruce says, leave the mine now or explore a bit further, up to you. You can always come back.
I was just going to get them out and then come back. Yeah, that was my plan. Because I'm just fed up with them being around here. They're just annoying me.
He's annoying me. Now that growl disappeared, but you don't know whether it might not be lurking somewhere for you. So how does it look? Are you all frog marching up there? Because if I remember correctly, I'll just take you back to the other mine map. Which I think I need to put the... Goldie, can you see? No, that's Oldie, not Goldie. So I need to put a token on for you.
On the way out, can I get a quick word in with Trex?
Of course you can.
Yeah. I'd like to ask him what he can offer us for clearing out his cave from the Yeti.
His cave? Wait.
Nice
What are you talking about, his cave?
Because
they were
we're
previously
leading him
on
out the mine, but they will just, walk back in the moment we leave town. So it's, we get paid, yes, but the problem isn't solved. So the only reason they're here is because the Yeti took over their home. And if the
drove
price
them
is
away.
right, we can just take care of the Yeti and,
Good idea.
Not bad, but he seems to hesitate a little bit and says, "Nah, I don't want to go back to that place. This is cozy, and if we can just maybe live in one of the towns with the humans, we can make ourselves helpful to them. That would be much better."
Well, that was my first line of thinking.
Is he telling the truth?
About wanting to go to town, yeah.
No,
Don't even need to go.
about being helpful.
Is it an insight we're going to use, or is it going to be an attribute roll?
There's a bluffing skill, isn't there?
There's a bluffing. Yeah, do the bluffing,
There's
actually.
a spot hidden, but it's not...
No, that's not right. Bluffing...
The bluffing will be what he's doing.
In D&D, it would be wisdom insight check.
Yeah.
So that's intelligence?
Awareness, then.
Yeah, awareness is probably overused skill in this game, but... Oh,
it is.
Okay. You're not sure.
Okay.
You're not sure. But you reckon they could be helpful, but they would probably be quite chaotic, and they would need to work with somebody who's quite patient with them.
I just tell Vorgon to just keep that away from him.
Yeah, that's fine. Once they're out of here, then they can go their own way. If they want to speak to the town about access and staying in one of their barns, fine. You're welcome to do that, Trex. It's your problem, not ours.
Apparently, I'm just getting my rules advisor here. Insight is a talent in this game. Detecting a lie.
Yes, it is. That's right.
So you can...
Correct. Yeah.
Next time you can try and invest in it. And then we don't have this problem anymore. So, make up your way then. If you want to walk up your own tokens, or I can just grab you and shift you across.
Yeah, I think we just want to fog march them out of here, then we'll come back down and finish our exploration.
Right. Now, on your way back out, you go through that one kobold dwelling cave,
Yeah.
where there's still one injured kobold lying on the ground. Overall, you currently have 3 kobolds with you. When you reach the top level, and let's keep it at that one, because quite a few of them got lost. Maybe you've got 5 or 6 in total. By the time you reach the front door, and they are all following, and they're packing their bags. They don't have a lot of stuff, but they stuff some of their minerals, some of the crystals that they have mined into their pockets, and say, "Oh, are we going to a warm place now?"
Yeah, a very warm place.
A very warm place.
Head to that town over there and ask to stay in the inn. Ask nicely, mind you.
You know that's not going to go well. Just walking up and walking in there. So I'm going to take you to the big map now. You are close to the mine of Termalaine. You're it's only half an hour away.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can just walk across from there. As you come up, you probably needed a few more hours on the clock. Let's say it is already quite dark, quite twilighty. The kobolds don't seem to mind that too much, but they're trying to wrap themselves into cloths and so on. In their big winter coats, just like you. It looks very funny because they're so small, actually. Like fur bundles waddling about. And yeah, they look quite positive, other than Trex, who looks quite anxious about getting to his satchel.
Like, to Trex, why haven't you tried talking to the townspeople?
Well, I didn't think that they would talk to me. But then you came, and now you can talk to them for me. You can tell them how useful we were and how happy to help we will be. And the miners ran away so quickly. It was so easy to take over that mine.
Imelda, I'll hold up the pouch. Should we give it back to him?
Out of Kobold Reach.
With the detect magic, did I identify a location?
Vaguely about this person. There's some strange magic, but no, you didn't detect it immediately.
So it's not on the bag itself.
I can't remember how you rolled at the time, to be honest.
I'm not sure if I needed to roll, but
you do it again while I'm holding it.
Yeah, you can. do that.
Yeah.
Because now they're separated more, it might be better, more easily spotted where it's coming from. Triangulation, you know?
I think it's him. I think he's got something on him that's making him look different.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was So,
do you mind if I tie up the kobolds' hands at least and hobble their feet so they can't injure anyone in town?
Are we worried that they are going to injure anybody? They are like knee high.
Yeah. They're no threat.
Okay, so I cast Sense Magic. It's
you cast Sense Magic as a cantrip, isn't it? Or a trick, I think that's what they call it. Magic trick. Yeah, and you are pretty sure the magic is actually more resident in the bag. That's the source of it.
And I can determine what kind of magic it is.
Yes. Yeah, the same problem last time. It doesn't. How do we say?
The magic kind.
The magic kind, of course. It's a kind of magic kind. Yeah, it's not like there would be a school that does this. That's the thing. As I said, vaguely possession. Does that give you enough of a clue?
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to cast Dispel.
Dispel.
So.
Oh, by the way, just while we are doing this, Goldie, I did write something in your character sheet. Under your biography, under notes, I think it is. Yeah, just it's not relevant right now, but might be relevant a bit later. So, Dispel.
Yeah.
Last time you tried this, I think you only dispelled a power level of 1 or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. So.
And I just need to remind myself of the dispel spell.
And I'm gonna need. This is why I'm pausing. I need to cast it, but I have to gain points by taking out of my hit points.
Oh, you're doing the blood magic. You could just wait a little, you know?
Magic.
Until you had a chance to rest.
All right, I'll wait until we have a chance to
rather than killing yourself with this.
Yeah, okay. All right. Okay.
It's only half an hour's walk to the town, so I want to see. You frog march these to town. Now, are you going to bind them? Because they're not happy about that, if you're trying.
I think it's for their own safety, because the townsfolk will come out and kill them immediately. I mean, they do want them dead. They wanted them gone. And we're bringing them back like this.
Does anybody else have negotiation skills other than Goldie?
She might be a bit biased.
Yeah, she seems to be a bit. She's not exactly going to be there saying, "Hey, I really think these guys can help you."
All right.
It's not our problem now, is it? We've got them out of the mine. We've done what we need to do. Let's go back in the mine and just see if we can clear this grill thing out. Because the miners won't come back in here with that thing there.
Are you just going to leave the kobolds out in the cold?
No, we'll leave the kobolds in the care of the leader.
I'll say that if you want to, you can bind them. They're very unhappy, but if you want to explain that it's for your own good and so on, then yeah, you can. You take them to, if you want to do a persuade roll, just in case you get a ticket next to it, you can as well, Goldie.
Yep, I can cut some pieces of my rope up for this.
Oh, but it's your lucky rope.
It is my lucky rope.
You can just tie them all together, like in loops, and then.
Okay, yes, we'll keep the rope together. That's a better thing to do. Yeah.
And you take them to the town. Now, the town I have a little map for. It's not very exciting, but it looks pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
We've been here before.
You've been here before. So you're taking them to the inn, which is the Blue Clam.
Yeah.
It's about the right time, so it's afternoon, but basically the twilight has faded again, so it's quite dark and you can't see very far, but you can always find the pub. Experienced with that.
Really quick, before we head into town, like 5 to 10 minutes out, can I, for example, take Twinkle, run ahead?
Yeah, if you want to.
And essentially assemble the speaker and the militia guard and like the people that have something to say. And basically prepare them. Hey, we are bringing the kobolds into town to, negotiate and da. So it's not here we are and there are kobolds.
Yeah,
you can, which actually plays into my hands. That's very. Do you want to gather in the town hall or do you want to gather in the pub?
I think the pub.
The pub, the Blue Clam.
Yeah.
So you take everybody there. Now
assuming that everybody is already there.
Yeah, you gather the people up. It doesn't take long. Basically, they normally hang out there anyway because it's warm and you can get some nice food there and watch the moon phase. You're safe. So you walk into this place and they're expecting you, and they look at you, say, "So you solved the problem for us." Already starting to celebrate. Well, they got rid of the kobolds. No, he said they are coming. And then you march them in, and they look all sort of cute and small and a bit helpless as they come in their big fur coats and waddle in. You remember, like a bit like the Jawas in Star Wars, yeah. But with their snouts poking out from the long hoods. And
So I turn.
and yeah, you've got on the one side you've got Oris Masthew, I think he's called, the speaker, who looks quite excited about this. And on the other side you've got this leader of the militia, Sergeant Scarron, and he's looking at you as well, and he's looking like, remember our conversation, guys? So how does this play out? What do you say? Who leads the conversation?
I'm going to start, and I'll say, I'll say we've got the kobolds. The kobolds have a proposition for you. This is their leader, Trex. Trex speaks common. Trex, explain yourself.
You're leaving that all to the GM. Great. GM, talk with yourself. Yeah, so T-Rex says, we didn't actually mean any harm when we came into the mine. We were just looking for a place to stay because we were driven away. And everybody in the pub sort of whispers and says, did you know that kobolds can speak common? And
then I turn to him and I say, now, did you kill anybody?
No, we didn't kill anybody.
And I say, have you seen this missing miner?
No, we haven't seen, but there's this big tentacly monster. And they all look at him and then look at you.
And I say, yes, there's some tentacle monster.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know about that one.
And you left it alive? Asked Sergeant Scarron.
We'll deal with it. It's fine.
We're going back.
Have no fear.
Have
These
no fear. These
kobolds can work for you as long as they have a safe, warm place to stay. There's no reason for us to kill them. They haven't done anything wrong.
Yeah, some of the miners are saying, what could a kobold possibly do that we can't do better?
It's not about better, it's about doing less.
Increase your numbers, increase productivity. Isn't that right, Goldie? Couldn't they increase productivity?
Right. So you're trying to make a case.
I'm trying to bounce it off of Goldie because she's in for the dollars, so I'm waving the dollar signs in front of her.
Ka-ching, ka-ching.
Yeah.
So the Baron's basically Oros is coming forward and starting to talk and said, I think we could come to an agreement like this. I think we could. And then Sergeant Scarron on the other side is saying, as Bruce is saying, but they could be dangerous for us. That's not what we should be doing. We should be getting rid of these threads.
And how exactly are they dangerous?
Well, they drove away our miner, didn't they? Our miners from the mine.
Did they?
Or
what did you see that's so scary that drove you away? Look at them.
Also, they're like 5.
You said you were bouncing off Goldie. Let Goldie talk for a little bit. Come on. Or is Goldie just standing there and say, yes, we should kill them?
Look at Princess Doolittle.
I think they are very capable of keeping the manure shoveled in the barns for you. It's a low-level labor job, and it's a warm place for them to stay. And as long as they don't eat the horses, it would be okay. All the manure
they could eat.
We mainly have axe beaks here, and that's like guano they produce. And we heat with that. So it's a high-value thing.
Didn't the kobolds already mine gems?
Indeed. That's what I was waiting for.
The tracks show them the gems you mined already.
And he grunts at the others, and they take some out and put them up. But they're ours, they say. We worked for them. Yeah. And then basically some of the miners come up and say, this is actually quite nicely cut. There's not a lot of waste here, and they didn't shatter it. And okay, so if you want to do a persuasion, anybody here, you can get a boon on it now. Because that was a really good contribution there. To show them.
I'm going to try to persuade, and I am so bad at it.
You don't have
Which
to
is
do
why
it to
you're
other
doing
people.
it.
Well, I got to try.
With a boon, you
Come on,
succeeded.
that's enough.
I've only got 5 in it. So.
Yeah.
Overall, there is a bit of a rumble of assent, if you like, that they could make this work. They just would have to find an old house somewhere that they could live in, and they would have to look after themselves, and they're not going to be fed through and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, they may be paid like a junior miner, but that's it. So there's generally amongst the miners, it seems to be going well for you. And then Sergeant Scarron steps forward and says, "There you go. I spoke to these heroes and they sorted it out on my behalf. So who rescued the mine?"
Oh,
Mine
no.
didn't need rescuing. It just needed talking.
He says,
Wait, no.
he basically says that he sent you down there and he sorted the problem for the town. And he's looking to
No,
you.
the speaker hired us, and some of the miners were going to help with the payment.
So you're contradicting him.
I'm contradicting him.
Very much.
Yes.
Yeah, he's suspicious.
Just so you know, I added what was agreed to back to the character sheet with my background.
Okay.
So you know why I am
Secret passing
clarifying
notes.
this.
In the olden days, you would have been passing notes back and forth here.
We're reminding each other what my past role is.
Yes. So, did you do it on a token or did you do it on the main thing? Because I can't see it.
Oh, it's on my background.
Yeah, that's what.
Where you wrote, it should be right
Did you
under
save it?
there. Oh, how do you do that now?
If you just came out of it, basically you can. One of the things you have to watch is that you always do that on the prototype, on the real main thing, not on a copy token. You shouldn't have a copy token on this map, so you should be all right. But I can't see any annotations from you.
Okay.
You can't possibly tell me, but the others all have to be.
Close your ears. I'm a harper.
Oh,
I'm not the other thing.
Right. Not the
Yeah,
other thing.
yeah.
Okay.
Not
In that
the
case, you're
other
contradicting
thing.
him. Okay, fair enough. Nobody heard that. Especially
No.
not the stream. Keep stumm. So
They don't know the other thing, so that's okay.
they don't know the other thing.
I didn't
Okay.
hear anything, so.
No, I didn't hear him.
The secret was Goldie does not tolerate bullshit. So, in that case, Oros steps forward and says, "That's right. You can bat out," he says to the sergeant. "I sorted them out. I hired these people. We came to an agreement."
Yeah, that's right, I say.
He's right, yeah.
Yeah.
So Sergeant Scarron is not impressed at all with how this turned out. You might not have made a friend there. But everybody else then says, after you say this and after you all endorse this, they toast you and they toast the speaker and they say, "Yay! We knew we could sort this out. So when can we go back to the mine? Because it's not safe yet, is it?"
No, tomorrow.
We're going to go in the
but-
morning.
Oh, but we have to negotiate more because we cleared the kobolds out, but the Grail is a different issue.
Yeah, like
I think we need at least 2 more ropes to be given to us for keeps to help with this endeavor. Right? So we have
Wow, this
4
is-
people
this
in the
is-
party carrying rope.
And some sort of
Hardcore
protection against lightning.
negotiation. We'll go back in. We'll get the grills for 2 ropes. She doesn't
ropes.
tolerate bullshit.
They're very happy to give you another rope.
This is
and another axe as well. I lost one fighting the
Masterful negotiations. Another axe, a
What
throwing
about-
axe. You can have
what
another
about
throwing axe.
another week's worth of their
yeah.
of their share?
Now that might be a bit much.
Give me a couple of ropes for the grill. Oh my god.
Right.
Okay, so I guess you
That
may want to ask for pack lunches as well.
Yeah, good idea.
Didn't someone have
Like
great
Bruce.
cookies around here? The inn had great cookies, I think.
Not this one. That was up in Lonelywood. The halfling speaker there
Oh.
makes brilliant cookies. Really nice.
All right, that goes in the note.
The speaker here is a half orc. He doesn't cook. He spends all
Okay,
his time
so-
in the pub because that's where the food is.
Okay, while they're doing all of their stuff and everybody's cheering each other, I'm gonna take a proper rest.
Yes, I think you
Oh,
all
me too.
should have a proper rest.
Okay, so
I'm exhausted and scared as well, so
And injured and bruised. And
I'm gonna use inner peace.
now you are welcome to stay at the inn because you're the heroes of the town. You are welcome to stay there for free, which is the east side where you stayed before. Yeah, it's not at the pub you're staying, it's at the inn.
And what time of day is it? It's evening now,
It's
isn't it?
now basically late afternoon by the time you have all this done, early evening. So on a 24-hour clock, it's like 6, 7-ish.
So do we plan to go back today, this evening, or are we going back in the morning?
No, let's take the night and just go back the next day.
Yeah, okay.
Because-
Yeah.
At this time, we have been adventuring all day, haven't we?
Yes.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You all really need a rest.
Yeah. Okay, let's do that. Let's have a good night, a good meal in the inn, a few drinks, and a good night's rest.
why don't we also discuss how we're going to kill the Grell? Like, should we get Molotov cocktails to throw at it for burn damage, or
I think we just need to hit it a few times. I just never quite got the opportunity.
Somebody
what
wants
kind
to
of
plan.
floats in the air, so it's hard to hit it? It's all about distance damage.
But it
Unless
needs
you
to get
want
close
to-
to us to grab us, remember, yeah? So it's got to
Yeah.
come close.
Oh, I think you're the one who knows about being grabbed and being close to it. The most of everyone here. You guys were like dancing together in the air and it looked great, but is that really the combat style we need to take this down? Or do you want to fly in the air with it again for close combat?
Helpful contribution from the chat. You want a ballista.
Yeah.
possible one, yeah. How did the creature look when it, eventually fled? Like, was it kind of roughed up, or was
It was a bit roughed up, definitely. But it was
only a
mainly the
bit.
electric damage that got it. So probably was throwing some blisters on its skin and stuff like that, rather than having big bleeding wounds.
Yeah.
So it took 30 damage and, still was good to go.
I could still float.
Wow, okay, yeah. How many of those lightning flashes have you got in you?
Well, this is the problem, is that I need a full rest, but mechanically, I don't know how to activate my inner peace ability so that I get the benefit.
Just do it manually. I think that's what we did last time.
I think we just do it manually?
Yeah, you just roll the
so-
extra die for it.
alright,
Because
so-
what does it give you? The inner peace gives you an extra d6 willpower and hit points. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So. Okay, so that's given me that. and
Yeah, that's not a lot.
My first 6 is going to be. Well, I don't need any health,
You don't need
so
any
I'm
health,
just
you're
going to
full.
roll willpower.
Yeah, you only need 3. So go on. Roll a d6.
Are we doing a shift rest though? 'Cause
Yeah,
we're
I think
go
you're
to
gonna.
sleep.
There you go. 6. You're full. You can do a shift rest, a full rest, a long rest, whatever you want to call it.
Shift rest is
Proper
the,
rest. Yeah, I know the
and
rules
that
call
heals
it
all
a shift
conditions
rest.
and wounds.
Oh, okay, so we're going to take an entire shift rest.
Yeah,
then.
which is the
Yeah,
dead.
we just,
And that
staying the
actually
night.
heals all
Just stand
HP
for
and
the
WP anyway. So just go for the full shift rest.
Yeah.
So on your character sheet on the first tab, it's the green symbols and it's the bed, isn't it?
It's the bed.
Mhm.
Yeah.
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 Makes sense.
So when I get up, the first thing that I'm going to do is dispel magic on the herds.
Right. Now the kobolds are shepherded into another house. They are given a little bit of a stove, a little bit of firewood, and say, stay here then and make yourself at home. And then some other people might come around eventually and give them something, but they have to earn it. They basically said, oh, we are selling these gems, and for that they start trading some blankets and stuff. all translated by Trex.
Before I dispel, I'm going to go up to Trex with anybody who wants to come with me.
Oh, I'm joining.
So it's a morning scene before you set out for the adventure.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I tell everybody what I'm going to do, which is I'm going to speak to him privately with the rest of us, without his kobold throng, and convince him to tell us the truth, or I'm going to dispel the magic out of it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, maybe.
So I want to...
It could be a bag. It's not a bag of holding, is it, or anything special like that you're going?
I don't
Rifle
know.
through it.
I can't. I've rifled through it enough, so I haven't figured out what it is, other than there's some type of coercion or persuasion or intimidation going on, and so I speak to Trex and I say, I'm going to take away the magic out of this bag if you don't tell me what the truth is.
So who else is there? Are you all there?
Yeah.
You all there?
Yeah, I don't mind being there.
Ganging up on
I'm
him?
going to go
Yeah.
myself. I'm going to go to the tavern and keep my ears to the ground and, listen in on conversations and stuff.
You definitely
Because I
get some
don't see
scowls
any-
from the militia.
That's okay with me.
So,
Do either of you have intimidation? Or whatever the equivalent is?
Oh. What is that then?
a forceful persuasion or bluffing, depending.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Probably
no.
persuasion.
Yeah. Or depending
Julian?
if you're just bluffing, you're not actually meaning to intimidate them. You just
So I'll be
pretending.
right back.
Oh, try.
Where's my cat?
Okay.
Yeah.
And I give you, because you're ganging up on him, I'm definitely going to give you a boon.
Okay, so I've only got 5 in it.
I've only got 6 in it.
Well, why don't
5
you
as
try
well.
to... Why don't you try?
Okay. With a boon.
Right, let me look at my notes. Oh, yes, I'm going to feed you in a second. Come up and say hello. Kitty cat.
That wasn't a great roll.
No, it wasn't. Really wasn't. Including
No.
the boon.
I see that he's failed, and I guess Trex doesn't look convinced. So
He doesn't
I'm
look
gonna
convinced. No, but do you
I'm
really
gonna
want to
start-
spend all your willpower points now before you're going back to the mine?
yeah, I'm gonna tell him. You better tell me, and I start casting the spell with my.
Now, what would he do? That's the question here. Do you guys want a short break to refill drinks?
Yeah.
Or do you want to just carry on through tonight?
No, short break
No,
is good.
Cliffhanger.
A cliffhanger, a couple of minutes would
Couple
be
of
great.
minutes. Yeah, about 5 minutes, I reckon. Yeah, let's aim for 5
Okay.
minutes, so that's at 20:45 my time. Quarter to.
Yeah.
Short break. You can chat in the meantime. You can chat to each other, guys. Oh, we are back. Now, Trax is being bullied, threatened. Poor little kobold. What should he do? Now, this is me interpreting the scenario. Of course, as ever, you don't just say what the D&D people say in the books, right? So, as he sees that you're actually threatening that thing, that satchel, he says, hold on. I'm not really a kobold.
Oh,
I didn't think so.
Surprise.
Shock, horror. Big
Tell us who you are.
I am a scholar. I'm called Janths, and I've been traveling Icewind Dale for a long time trying to find out about the flora and fauna. But then an unfortunate fate befell me on the flanks of Kelvin's cairn, and I was killed. But my spirit lingered. And I was able to take possession of this simple creature here.
Oh, that's so much better.
Friend fighting.
So what are you? Are you a human?
I once was a human. I am the essence that remains when a spirit lingers. You would call it a ghost, I guess. But I was able to take over this new body. And it is somewhat limited, but at least it gave me a chance to come back.
So, are you sharing with the kobolds?
Sharing with the kobold. Well, he's still around here somewhere, Trex, but he learned to be quiet while I'm in charge.
But
Okay.
you don't possess a kobold's body. It is something else.
Well, I sort of possess a kobold's body, you're quite right.
But you don't look like the other kobolds.
But I do, if you take the wings off. Have you not noticed that they're fake?
I know that.
We did, yeah.
No, but now I'm back in civilization, so I'm happy.
Can I now, with this extra added information, am I able to figure out the nature of the bag and why it's so
With
important?
that extra, you think that this bag, for whatever reason, seems to be the anchor for this ghost.
So
if you destroyed the bag,
Yeah.
to be a good roll earlier. If you destroyed the bag, you think that might release the ghost, that might remove its anchor.
yeah, and I say, you've done a very bad thing to this kobold, and you're supposed to be dead. See you in the next life.
Whoa.
And-
Hold on there. Like, yes, it's bad for one kobold, but it's very good for all the other kobolds.
Because there's no translator if you destroy the bag.
Yeah, so maybe hold up on killing their translator for a moment there.
I am the civilizing influence on these kobolds.
What do you plan to do?
Oh, I don't know yet. My aim was to get back to people and being accepted by people.
Well, you are.
Yes, I am now.
So we good.
Are we? Are we good?
That's the question, but I think we are.
I just sit back for a while and let you talk out.
Goldie? Oh, Goldie's not friggin' there. Forgon?
Yeah.
Is
Well,
this...
I don't know. It's a bit beyond what I expected. But I just want to get back to the mine and do simple stuff.
Yeah.
Kilogram.
You know.
Simple stuff.
All right. If you go out of step and you create havoc and don't make sure that the villagers are safe and that the kobolds are respected, I'll come back and personally fry you from the inside.
Yeah, and I know what that feels like. Just remember that.
So sorry, say that again. What was your threat specifically?
So my threat specifically is if he causes trouble with the kobolds and makes trouble, and manipulates them in a negative way for themselves, then I will come back and I will shoot him with 3,000 volts.
Lightning bolts. He's seen what you can do.
Yeah,
Okay, he nods.
he has. Yeah.
He says, "No, I'm not here to cause trouble. I'm here to make a home."
Okay, well, you make sure that they keep on cutting gems and working with these people and giving kobold kind a good name.
Okay. He assents to that.
I give him back the pouch.
He mumbles something like, I need to find a better place to hide this. Because he can be too easily bullied by people like you.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your plan? It is morning, we said, of the next day. So we're on Hammer the 3rd, I think.
We're going into the mine once Goldie returns.
Yeah.
Real quick before we leave, I ask Trax, why were you on Caravan's Cairn? Like, you were killed on a mountain?
Yeah, I was.
Caravan's Cairn is the huge mountain in the middle of Icewind Dale, yeah?
I was looking for the for flora and fauna here, and was documenting it and researching it, all the wondrous plants you can find up here.
So no treasure or stuff like that.
I didn't find any treasure, unfortunately. No.
All right. Good to know. Only
Where's the table here? Tall tales and tontons.
How long ago was he alive as a human?
Unfortunately, time is a little bit wishy-washy. I can't quite remember.
Are you guys going to share this information with Goldie?
Eventually, Goldie, I'm just going to share something with you. You can just make sure.
Is it on my character background sheet?
No. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to roll something. I'll just have to switch to private.
I'm basically trying to ascertain if he knew my grandmother, or if my grandmother ever spoke of him.
How do you go about it? Asking that. Do you name your grandmother, or
Yes, I do.
what's her name?
Oh, fuck.
Come back to you or go to Goldie. You have a
Come
moment
back to me. Yeah.
So what Goldie hears in the pub is a little bit like this. You hear some tales of the other towns around this lake, which is I have to look at my map. Dwelled on. Yeah, there are 4 towns around this. You've been to Lonelywood, you've been to Termalaine, you've heard of Targos, and there's a small place called Bremen as well. Bremen is mainly fishing. Targos is quite big, Bremen is tiny. And you hear some chat about Bremen, saying 2 things really. One is that the fishermen there are being attacked by something that lives in this lake in Merdwalder. Some monstrous thing seems to only attack the fishermen there, so some of them have given up. But on the flip side, there are people looking for fishermen who are brave enough to go out from Bremen. So it might be a way of earning some money. And I also give you something else, a tall tale, saying, yes, and if you head northwest out of Bremen, all the way to the frozen sea, you will see a pirate ship. It's only maybe a quarter mile from the shore. I'm sure somebody heroic could wade out there across the drifting ice floes, and to get there, you never know, there might be a hold full of treasure.
Oh, a pirate ship. So, did anyone see the flag flying?
Yeah, but who else would be there?
On the ship.
It's a pirate ship.
As to which pirate is, because there's more than one pirate.
You know, it's Talk Like a Pirate Month or something right now. If you believe the guy who writes Pirate Bog, he wrote something about Talk Like a Pirate Month.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you've got, that's what you, in your time in the inn, or in the pub, in the Blue Clan, that's what you find out. There's a couple of hooks for you guys. Always good note-taking, yeah? So, we have a name for your grandmother.
Aeson.
It says Aeson. She dwelled, where did she dwell?
All over. She was basically everywhere. She spent centuries
traveling.
Investigating Icewind Dale, the whole region, and she would have done flora and fauna
Yes.
as part
He,
of that
for a
talk.
moment, he pauses. And then to your amazement, he says, I met a woman of that name by the Red Run, which is one of the rivers. It was to where the Reged tribes are these days. I think they say Reged
Yes.
in the books. Rather
Yes,
than
I
Reged.
remember her speaking of the Reged tribes and the river. So you are actually quite old.
I guess so. Why? How long ago was this?
It would have been at the least a century ago. We're elves. I hope you recognize.
Of course I do. Gosh, a century? I've been here this long? And he stresses about that for a little.
At least.
At least. So. Any more on that?
Have I heard of him? Like, did she tell me any stories about meeting him?
She mentioned lots of things, but she mentioned this strange scholar who came down from the south somewhere. So it might be them. Might be him. You can't remember the name.
Okay. And did I get an area? Luskan? Waterdeep?
You're reaching the limits of my D&D lore. What's deep south?
Deep South?
What's deep south?
Baldur's Gate is very...
No, that's
Further south.
no, it's higher up, isn't it?
Yeah,
Isn't
that's
it above?
Beyond the sword coast.
Neverwinter and Luskin are quite...
There's
quite
this
up.
place that, what's his name? Drizzt Do'Urden goes on a ship to try and recover the halfling friend who gets taken deep south into sort of desert country.
Oh, spoiler alert.
What? Have you not read those books yet?
Not all of them.
Oh, sorry. He goes deep south anyway. That place.
Anyway, it's somewhere deep
mean-
south, yes.
Jult, like the tropical island, is very, very south.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, okay. All right.
And then we've got...
On? Is
Otherwise, it wouldn't have been worth mentioning.
AHN?
HN?
AHN.
Oh.
On. I don't know. For some reason, that rings a bell. But anyway, yeah, the desert place, and it's not Conan land.
It's not Conan Land.
No. All right. All right. So I didn't get a sense that he was named as a bad guy or good guy. So whatever,
No,
I drop it.
not
Let's
as a-
go.
Bad or good guy. So, now, looking at the time, it's coming up 9 o'clock. We start at 7. I normally say 2.5 hours. But I think going back into the mines, trying to find that beastie and trying to hunt it might take longer than half an hour.
It's a good place to,
So do you think we should, for today, leave it at 2 hours and say, yeah, okay, that's a good point to put a pin in it and return to next time we play?
We could. It's also good
Okay.
for. It's also good for Twinkle.
It's also good.
Yeah.
Well, yes, it's good for Twinkle. Yeah, it's a good way of coming back into it. And next session, is anybody missing other than that?
So,
I think we all agreed on the next
I think
thing.
we all agree.
I
with
think
the
we
next
good,
one.
because
Which
that would
is a
be really good to
fortnight,
have
right?
the whole party together and give me a chance to plan how you can do this hunting.
Oh,
the hunting of
no.
the snark. Not quite. The hunting of the grell. So,
3 out of 6 so far. At the Apollo bot.
you are at, sorry?
I don't think
3 out of
Goldie.
6. I don't think everybody
I
has
don't think
Four out of
Goldie
six.
clicked on it yet.
No, I don't think everybody has
Yeah.
clicked on the attendance bot that we use. But what we did say is at the end of every session, we'll do any ticks that you have.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. I have one.
Just in this moment on Twitch, the break comes in, the ad break.
I have one.
But if you're subscribing, then you can still watch because you don't have to watch breaks. So, do your advancements.
Yeah, I didn't succeed.
So do we do our regular advancements as well?
No, just
No,
one.
no,
say
just the ticks.
Ticks
Yeah,
now,
just ticks.
regular advancement at the end of the story, if you
Oh.
like, of the adventure.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I know you're keen to progress, but Depending how it goes, if we actually want to play the whole book, we'll be looking at 30 sessions, 40 sessions. So there's plenty of time.
I have the added bonus now because of my heroic ability, Unforgiving.
Yeah.
When someone harms me, it means that should I need to attack them in future, I get a boon on my dice roll.
Yes, you
and
are.
I've just added Almeida to the list.
It's a short list so far. But
it has the Grell and the Bell on it.
Have you seen my list? Have you?
I should be on the list now.
You are. I've added you today.
I'm on the list.
You're on the list.
This is why I try to move. This is why I try to go first or fast, because I don't want any of you guys to be right in there. I'd rather have minions around whatever I'm hitting. And it's random. So if there was a kobold next to you, you'd have a 50-50 chance.
Yeah, there wasn't. So, did anybody advance anything?
Yeah, I got my awareness up one.
Good. Failed to increase evade. Anybody else who's missing a roll? Okay. Well, thank you. That didn't quite go the way I intended or I expected, but I think the Grell thing was a exciting moment, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Dangling the dwarf over the bottomless pit.
I'm glad the lasso didn't go around his neck.
That could have gone so badly. So badly.
Yeah.
Well, it could have gone worse because if I didn't realize, I looked on the bar. It doesn't give a number, but it looked like you were healthy, and so I thought that's why I asked. And so I thought, oh, he can handle, a
little
few
bit of
D4,
splash damage.
but then it was
higher.
4D4 could have really been bad.
That's some awful friendly fire there.
Yeah.
Oops. Your hit points are your con, aren't they? So yeah.
It was a shocking
They're only
moment.
normally kind of 12 to 14 number.
Yeah.
Just as a little sweet at the end here, as a little dessert, Bruce says, I wonder if this adventure will end up with kobold pirates. That's the sequel. That's the next campaign.
That's the next campaign.
The kobold pirates of Icewind Dale. Conquering the south. Looking for the lost home of that ghost. Could be.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, for now, I'm going to say...
That's the segue into Tomb of Horrors, or also not too
something like
called.
that. Isle of Dread or something.
Pirate Borg.
I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. Thanks for sticking with us. Thanks for subs. Really nice to see. I think 3 subs came in today, so that was really good. And we should be back in about 2 weeks' time. So tune in if you want to catch up on previous episodes. They're on YouTube, and there's lots of stuff on YouTube. And we are also going to stream soon some Tales of the Old West. So if you want to see us play a Western, I'm not going to run it. Probably not. We've got somebody competent who actually wrote the game. If you want to join in with that, that's on the 27th, I think. 27th of September.
27th.
Yeah, so just put a pin in that. The Kickstarter is going on right now. I need to give the guys a plug. They're doing incredibly well with the Kickstarter, but they can always use some more money for extra stretch goals,
Tales of the Old West.
Tales of the Old West, Toto. And you can find it from Effect Publishing. Enough of a plug, otherwise I get big-headed. So...
The Kickstarter, you say, yeah?
Yes, Kickstarter.
Yeah, it's on Kickstarter.
It's a year zero game. It's a year zero game.
And it's a year zero game.
And there's no weird shit in
it.
No tentacles and no zombies. Yeah, enough plugging. And our fan here, Sanjuro Tukage, runs a wicked game of it as well. I've played with him.
And we'll be at Scotland.
Tabletop Scotland.
Tabletop Scotland.
And I've interviewed him on my channel as well. And I've interviewed Dave. Anyway, not Matthew. Not Dave. So, enough of that. I'm going to say bye-bye stream. You do your waves. You do your routine.
Bye stream.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.